Hey guys, I'm here to do my weekly updates. I don't really have anything specific to talk about this time, so hopefully it won't be too long. Um, Weight loss wise, maybe 2 pounds this week. Uh, that's pretty low, but considering the fact that that makes like 3 weeks in a row that I've seen some loss, I'm happier with that than the long-standing stalls that I was having before. Still don't really know what exactly is going on with that. Um, Sometimes I think that they need to pay a little bit more attention when those kinds of situations happen. I think the default from a surgeon's perspective is that you're not following protocol, but, you know, it's kind of hard to make that decision or make that judgment without watching somebody 24/7. So, still trying though. Even though it's been a low loss week, I did do measurements today, and the difference between the last time I did measurements, which was, admittedly maybe a month and a half to 2 months ago, and now is approximately 5 to 6 inches off of my waist, which is kind of crazy to think about. But at the same time, I spent this week going through old clothes that I've had since college or before and seeing if they fit. And I have yet to find something that did not fit. So, if my circumference is changing but my weight is staying stable, that just means body composition is changing. And I'm okay with that too. So, you just kind of have to roll with whatever your body decides to do this time. I really would like to see me catch up a little bit so I can be more on par with average, but I've kind of lost that grip on anything close to the average weight. You know, like I lost that possibility a while ago. Anyway, as you may be able to tell, I gave myself a haircut. This is your official sign that it's springtime, like when I take the sides of my hair off. Um, so yay, right? So anyway, speaking of hair though, like one of the things that's happened recently that I'm still trying to decide if it's a matter of it's springtime and I shed during the spring because I do that every year, or if I'm officially losing my hair because of my gastric bypass. It's kind of hard to tell. Um, Especially when you have a haircut like mine, uh, it can be pretty difficult to tell if your hair is thinning out, at least from other people's perspective, which is, I guess, a good thing. Um, but I can say that right now, like every time I run my hands through my hair, like so, like I'm coming out with pieces of hair. Um, so one thing that I've said since the get-go was that if I started losing my hair significantly, I would just shave my head. And I mean, like, I'd probably go down to this length all over, um, which for those who are curious is a 3. Um, I just, like, I worry about doing that because of, my professional life, so I'm kind of putting it off until it's something I really need to do. Like, I mean, if most of this falls out, then it's gonna happen. So if one day I show up on a video and I have no hair, you know why. Um, Other things that happened this week, positive things. Uh, it's apparently becoming very obvious it's becoming very obvious to other people that my entire body is changing. Um, Whether it be a friend who's affectionate with me, who gives hugs, um, where now they can actually fit me within like their arms. Like it's not fingers like this on my back, it's like they can actually hold me completely. And that kind of thing. I think that we undervalue how much like that kind of protective circle of affection can really benefit us as human beings. And, you know, when we're bigger and we, you know, people can literally not put their arms around me or us, I think on a subconscious level, at the very least, we don't get that same benefit of feeling protected and cared about as, you know, when a person can fit their arms completely around you. So I feel like I had, you know, that experience that, like, it's almost like my emotional center has been craving that experience for a while, and I finally know that I can do that. I can get that now, and it brought a lot of calming feeling. Like I felt more centered. Another thing that happened was I was able to go to a concert this week. It was my March concert. If you're not aware, I'm doing at least one concert a month for the entirety of 2017. This time around, I won tickets to go see Starfucker, so I did. And unlike the previous concerts from this year, I actually was able to hang out with friends, family, spend a good amount of time sitting on a bar stool, but also was able to get up, dance around, be nerdy, you know, walk to and from my car. And when I got home, I did not have to take a boatload of Tylenol and muscle relaxants to get to bed. I felt like it was a super successful evening out. And I definitely did not have to go back to physical therapy afterwards. So that is a strong indication that my strength and my core stability has improved significantly since February. I don't really know what else to say. Well, I guess I'll put it on record that for whatever reason this week I have had more difficulty with my digestive system. Like, mostly it just feels like it's not moving. And like it took me a few days. Like I thought about it and thought about it and thought about like what is going on. I know part of it is because of medications that I was taking, but I was trying to figure out like why is it when I'm not feeling stressed out, when I'm not overeating or undereating, like why does it feel like even 6 hours after the last time I put anything in my stomach, why does it feel like once it hits my intestines it's not moving? And it dawned on me today, like after 6 days or something, that I fell out of practice with my water. And it's amazing how significant, you know, not getting enough fluids can be when you're trying to maintain like a healthy feeling and comfort level within your body. So today my focus has been trying to get more fluids. Like I'm not really eating today. I'm just focusing on fluids, and it's been interesting. One of the things that I've noticed over time since I started kind of working on this kind of stuff is that, you know, if you drink some water, like here's a good lesson that I'll leave you with. If you drink some water and you feel almost immediately thirsty, like right after you drink that water, that's a very, very strong sign that you're very dehydrated. Like, we'll feel dehydrated or that we'll be thirsty or whatever initially, but just like hunger, when you convince your body that it's not going to get fluids and it's not going to get food, eventually it'll shut down that feeling. It'll convert it to a different sensation, or you'll just, like, it'll say, well, they're not paying attention to the signals that I'm giving them, so we're just going to stop sending the signals and use our energy for something else. But what happens is when you introduce fluids and you're definitely in need of fluids, your body goes, oh my gosh, and then it inspires that thirsty feeling. So if you find yourself in that position where you're like, well, I just had some water, I don't know why I'm still thirsty, it's like, it's probably because you're not getting enough water in general. So I guess I'm going to leave that as the PSA of the day. Um, I want to throw a thank you out there because this week I've also had a few people contact me to tell me that they've been watching these videos and really appreciate them, whether it's because of their own journey through post-surgery life or if it's because they're friends and family who really want to keep updated on what's going on. So while they're thanking me for providing them this window into my life, I want to thank you guys for being part of it. So here's to another week, and here's to more focusing on water intake and taking care of ourselves. And I will talk to you guys later. All right, bye.